Have you ever witnessed a moment on the road that completely transformed chaos into calm and left you in utter disbelief? Imagine a busy afternoon on a bustling city highway, where anger and frustration are in the air as drivers weave through traffic and tempers flare with every red light. In the midst of this daily storm of road rage, one young man, often underestimated due to his famous last name, steps in and changes everything with a single act of peaceful defiance. This is the story of that unforgettable moment when Barron Trump took a stand against road rage, turning a volatile confrontation into a powerful, viral sensation that captured the hearts of millions. It was a typical Thursday afternoon in downtown New York, the sun casting a warm glow on the asphalt as cars honked and engines roared. Amid the usual chaos of rush-hour traffic, a particularly heated incident was unfolding. An aggressive driver, red-faced and seething with anger, was yelling obscenities at another motorist for a minor traffic infraction. The aggressive driver's face contorted with fury as he slammed his fist against the steering wheel, his vehicle swerving dangerously close to the car ahead. In that moment, the tension on the highway was palpable, and onlookers could only brace themselves for the inevitable escalation. Among the drivers caught in this maelstrom was Barron Trump, clad in a smart, understated jacket and driving a sleek, modern car. He had been navigating the city's congested streets with quiet determination. Though his name often evoked images of luxury and privilege, few knew the depth of character and empathy that lay beneath his calm exterior. Today, however, fate had something extraordinary in store for him. As the aggressive driver's tirade grew louder and more threatening, Barron's attention was drawn not just to the heated words, but to the potential for tragedy that loomed in the near miss of a collision. With a quick glance in his rearview mirror and a deep, steadying breath, Barron made a decision that would change the course of that day. He slowed his car deliberately, taking note of every detail: the angry glare of the aggressive driver, the trembling hands on the wheel of the targeted motorist, and the growing murmur of concern from nearby drivers. Rather than turning a blind eye to the unfolding drama, Barron rolled down his window and, with an air of unexpected calm, signaled for the aggressive driver to pull over. His voice, firm yet empathetic, broke through the cacophony of honks and shouts. "Hey, I understand you're upset, but let's not let anger ruin a day. I'm here if you need help calming down." For a long, tense moment, the aggressive driver glared back, his eyes wild with indignation, as if trying to decide whether to continue his outburst or heed the unexpected interjection. The surrounding vehicles slowed, and the usual blur of city life seemed to pause, all eyes fixated on this dramatic encounter. Then, in a twist that no one could have predicted, the angry driver's expression began to soften. The raw edge of his fury was replaced by confusion and eventually reluctant acceptance. He pulled his car over to the side of the road, and the atmosphere, once thick with hostility, began to clear as a sense of calm settled in. Witnessing this transformation, bystanders who had recorded the incident on their dashcams and smartphones erupted into applause and supportive cheers. The video clips began circulating online almost instantly, with viewers marveling at the sight of a young man diffusing a dangerous situation, not with force or aggression, but with reason and compassion. Social media lit up with hashtags like "Chaco calm over chaos" and "kindness wins," and within minutes, the story was trending across multiple platforms. Comments poured in from people who had been inspired by Barron's ability to turn a moment of road rage into an act of genuine kindness. The incident didn't stop at the roadside. In the days that followed, local news outlets picked up the story, interviewing witnesses and experts on conflict resolution. One traffic expert noted that Barron's intervention was a textbook example of de-escalation, using empathy and a calm demeanor to diffuse a potentially explosive situation. Community leaders praised his actions as a reminder that even in a world where anger can seem overwhelming, one person's willingness to reach out can create ripples of positive change. Later that day, as the aggressive driver finally admitted, through a shaky voice, that he had been overwhelmed by stress and frustration, Barron stayed by his side. He listened patiently as the man explained how personal hardships and mounting pressures had driven him to lash out on the road. Rather than condemning him, Barron offered words of encouragement, reminding him that everyone faces moments of weakness, but it's how we choose to move forward that defines us. We're all human, Barron said quietly, and sometimes the best way to heal is to show kindness, even when you're the one in pain. In a moving exchange that underscored the power of empathy, the aggressive driver broke down in tears, apologizing for his behavior and expressing gratitude for the unexpected intervention. Bystanders who had initially been shocked by his anger now witnessed a genuine moment of vulnerability and transformation. The scene was a potent reminder that behind every outburst there is a story, one that often goes unheard. The incident was later shared as a powerful testimonial of how compassion can bridge divides and bring about reconciliation, even in the midst of chaos. The video capturing this encounter quickly became a symbol of hope and resilience. Viewers from all walks of life were touched by the raw humanity on display. Comments on social media ranged from heartfelt thanks for reminding us of the importance of kindness to personal stories of similar experiences, where a small act of compassion had made all the difference. Some even credited Barron with inspiring them to approach their own conflicts with a more measured, understanding attitude. In subsequent interviews, Barron reflected on the incident with a quiet humility that further endeared him to the public. "I wasn't looking to be a hero," he admitted. "I was just doing what I believe is right. When we allow anger to rule, it hurts everyone involved. Sometimes, taking a step back and offering a hand can turn things around in ways you never imagined." His measured words resonated widely, reinforcing the idea that true strength lies not in physical force or loud declarations, but in the courage to show empathy when it's needed most. The viral video also sparked broader conversations about road safety and the impact of stress on everyday life. Experts discussed how urban environments, with their constant noise and pressure, can push people to the brink of anger, and how simple interventions can make a significant difference. Workshops on conflict resolution and stress management began popping up in community centers, often citing the incident as a powerful case study in how to diffuse volatile situations without resorting to violence. Even local government officials took note. In a press conference shortly after the incident, the mayor of New York City praised Barron's actions, stating, "In a world where division and anger often dominate our streets, moments like these remind us of the power of kindness and the importance of community. We need more individuals who are willing to stand up and make a difference in their own small way." The city's police department also used the incident as a training tool, highlighting it in seminars about nonviolent de-escalation techniques and sharing the video as an example of how empathy can sometimes be the most effective way to restore order. As the days turned into weeks, the memory of that day continued to grow. The video became a beacon for those who believe that change is possible even in the smallest interactions. It wasn't long before schools began using the clip in classes, inspiring young people to think about how they can contribute to a more compassionate society. Teachers and counselors spoke about the importance of understanding and patience, emphasizing that while road rage and anger are all too common, a single act of kindness can spark a movement of positive change. The ripple effect of Barron's intervention reached far beyond the immediate scene. Community groups, inspired by the incident, launched local initiatives to promote safe driving and stress relief, organizing workshops that encouraged residents to practice mindfulness on the road. Local businesses joined the cause by offering discounts and incentives for drivers who participated in safety programs. The story of that transformative moment became a unifying force, reminding everyone that even amidst the hustle and bustle of city life, there is always room for a little humanity. The legacy of that day was perhaps best captured in the heartfelt reflections shared by ordinary citizens. One commuter, who had recorded the incident on his dashcam, later said, "I've been on these roads for years, and I've seen my share of anger and chaos. But today, I witnessed something truly remarkable, a reminder that even in our darkest moments, a small act of kindness can light the way." Another passenger, who had been a silent observer in a nearby car, described the scene as a turning point, a moment when I realized that we all have the power to change the world, one act at a time. As night fell and the city's lights flickered on, the story of that day continued to inspire and challenge perceptions. It served as a powerful testament to the idea that no matter how chaotic our surroundings may be, there is always a choice to respond with anger or to embrace compassion. Barron Trump's stand against road rage was not just a fleeting moment captured on camera, it was a call to action, a reminder that each of us holds the power to transform our environment with simple acts of empathy. In the end, the incident on that busy New York highway is more than just a viral video. It's a story of human connection, of the triumph of calm over chaos, and of the belief that even the smallest gesture can have an immeasurable impact. It challenges us to reconsider how we interact with one another on the road and in life, urging us to choose kindness over conflict. It is a reminder that every one of us, regardless of our background or status, can be a catalyst for positive change. So, as you watch this video, let it serve as an invitation to reflect on your own life. Think about the moments when you felt overwhelmed by anger, and imagine what might happen if instead you chose to reach out with understanding. Consider how a single act of compassion can set off a chain reaction, inspiring others to do the same. In a world filled with noise and discord, let this be a reminder that the quiet power of empathy is one of the strongest forces for good. And remember, sometimes the most powerful response is not a shout or a fight, but a calm, collected act of kindness that transforms the moment and leaves everyone a little more hopeful.